Hi everybody, Dr. Rose here, the Primal Professor, and I have a Keto Carnivore Haul today that I thought I would share with you to see what it's like living with someone who's keto and someone who's carnivore. So I am the cook of the household, and this is what I buy to keep us both happy. So, and we usually share the same protein, but Mark is keto, my husband is keto, so he gets veggie. I will allow myself some herbs and spices, and otherwise I'm pretty much carnivore at this moment. So I'm hitting the 3-month mark. I might be over it as of now. I have to go check the dates. So let's get started. I'm going to start with So the veggies are from my garden, which I'm very proud of. As I said, right now I am, all summer I've been carnivore, but I may, as my garden starts producing, add veg to my dinner at this point. I haven't done so yet. But what I've gotten from my garden was a stray pumpkin that fell off the vine, so I brought it in. I have yellow squash. I used this last night. I have some left, but I will cut this up and saute it with some garlic and olive oil for Mark. I have a whole host of peppers. I don't have any jalapenos now. I used them up this morning, but I have grown cayenne. I have banana peppers. They're very prolific. I'm getting a lot of those. So what I will do is, Mark, when he goes to work, he takes a salad for lunch all 3 days. He does 12-hour shifts. So I will make him a big salad. I always add a protein, but I also add a variety of veg for him. And he loves the salads at work. Now this is one of my English cucumbers. So sometimes for Mark, I will just slice up cucumbers and put it in oil and vinegar, and that's his side. My mom always used to make it, and I've done this as well. Put sour cream in and vinegar and salt and pepper, but he loves cucumbers, and when I'm keto, I love cucumbers as well. I'll eat that. I have a zucchini, so what I will probably do tonight for dinner, we're having roasted chicken. I will cut up the rest of the yellow squash and the zucchini and saute that for Mark for dinner tonight. I'll just have the chicken. So I have a variety of pickling, variety of size of cucumbers. These are pickling cucumbers. I've never pickled anything before. This was my first attempt, and I have about 4 jars so far, and I cut them into spears because I let them go till they were pretty big. But I did use a pickling mix. There was no sugar in it, and they're pretty good. So I tasted it a little bit. Inside this jar, I like hot pickles, and so does Mark, so I put a red cayenne pepper in. So my first attempt at canning was just to get the canning process done. Now I plan to use my own seasoning, my own garlic and dill from the garden for the next batch. So I picked them a little bit smaller because we like to put them on hamburgers. So I'll slice these crosswise. I also have here, so more cucumbers. And again, that's for my husband who's keto right now. And just some small plum tomatoes from the garden as well. And since we have some tomatoes there, I have a little mozzarella cheese or feta cheese. And I'll mix the tomato, feta, and this is basil from my garden. Okay, so that's, not quite. And then the last veg here is onion. So I made Mark a chili last night for dinner, and I put some green pepper in and some onion and ground beef for that chili. And I use actually Tostitos habanero salsa, and it makes it easier. It has good flavor. It's not really, there's no sugar. It's not high in carb content, and I'll use that in the chili. It's very, very good. All right, so since I'm sitting here and right up front, we may as well go with the meats next. So this is a very small, Mark doesn't like pulled pork, but I love pulled pork. And this is a boneless petite pork shoulder roast. And what I'll do is I'll put this in a crock pot and let it just cook very slow for hours and hours and hours. And I'll just season it with salt and pepper, some garlic. I might throw the cayenne pepper in there to make it a little spicy. I won't eat the pepper, but I'll get the flavor and the juice. So that's more so for me. It's great to have around because sometimes I'm tired of bacon for breakfast and I have a lot of burgers. I can just put some pulled pork alongside my eggs. That works out really well. Speaking of breakfast, I always get my store brand Applewood smoked bacon. It's delicious, but I get tired of it sometimes. Tonight we're having a free range pasture raised little whole chicken. And then what I'll do with this, whatever's left over, the carcass or any of the meat, I will make a broth out of. And right now I have, again, Mark is eating veg. I'm not, but I'm going to make a vegetable soup, chicken vegetable soup with whatever's left over from that. It was like a pork day today. I also bought, we love this, ham. And I don't get it often. I get it, of course, for Easter, and then I might get it at Christmas time, and then maybe one or two other times during the year. So they had a sale on this, so I got us a ham. I'll probably make that tomorrow and for dinner, because Mark will, he works 3 days on, and then he has the next 4 days off. So we can pick on that during the week. I got 2 packs of these. These are pasture-raised beef. They are pasture-raised beef boneless ribeye steaks. Okay, so I got 2 packs of these. They look delicious. Looking forward to those. All right, I'm going to change the camera and show you the rest. Okay, so of course I don't have them all out, but I had bought 4 dozen of Vital Farms pasture-raised eggs. Okay, this is my favorite brand. They are down. They were up to $10 at the beginning of the year, and they're down to, I can get them at Walmart for $6.99. My other stores are more expensive. Also in the dairy area, I purchased some grass-fed, 100% grass-fed Organic Valley half and half, and then some heavy whipping cream, and that is Horizon Organic. Again, as always, my cottage cheese, Good Culture. Lately, I've been having a very hard time finding this on the shelves, so it's again always full fat for me, 4%. For Mark, and on the days I work out and I go lift, I will have a protein shake in the morning before I go. And I'm using, and Mark uses this, the whole milk Fairlife milk, and it is only, regular milk would have 8 grams of protein and 12 grams of sugar. Fairlife has 13 grams of protein and 6 grams of sugar. So that's what I've been using in my protein shake. Now, Mark will use the unsweetened vanilla almond milk. I'm not using almond milk right now. I choose not to because I'm avoiding plants. And I would rather have the milk anyway. And I bought 3 of these. This is Faye whole milk Greek strained yogurt, 5%. I kind of backed off the Cabots because they're putting whey in there, and I like this as well. It's good. Also, Mark likes Lipton tea. I do the organic. I'm a 3 to 4 a day tea person, so I only allow myself one black tea a day, and the rest is usually organic decaf green tea. Since I had a fib and I had an ablation, I don't do caffeine anymore. I never thought I would say that. Live to tell about it, but I'm not a coffee drinker, but I loved my tea. So I had to go caffeine free. And I will say, once you're over the hump of getting used to that, I do sleep better. And I just have these are some of my usual spices: paprika, oregano, and garlic powder, but I also have oregano in the garden. And something else I thought I'd share with everybody, I do use Element, but I also use Keto Chow drops. So I have magnesium drops. Now, I don't use them all the time. If I have a lot of leg cramps, I might add them. This is ionic magnesium chloride with sodium and potassium. So I will use that. Now, this is TMI, but if on keto I would have trouble sometimes being constipated. I do not on carnivore. I don't have that issue at all. And it's not the other way, it's just less frequent. But I do have magnesium drops from Keto Chow. I'll put them in water. I also have electrolyte drops. If I feel like I'm off, I know I can get them in me quickly. And I like to do daily minerals just to make sure I'm getting those. That's from Keto Chow as well. I do take a multivitamin. It's just one a day, 50 plus, just to make sure I'm not missing anything. I was taking, Dr. Agassiz had me on 4 fish oils a day, and my EPA was up a little bit, but then I also got AFib, and sometimes they associate that with fish oil. I don't think it was that, but I'm down to 1 a day. And the other reason why I didn't stop this totally, I did have that conversation with the cardiologist. I do take it 1 a day, and it also helped my dry eye. So if you struggle with dry eye, you might have to take 2, but it makes all the difference in the world. It cured my dry eye. I don't put any drops in my eyes. I take magnesium glycinate at bedtime. It's just nature's truth. It's not it's chelated magnesium glycinate. This I love. It's vitamin K2 with D3, and the company is Live Conscious. It's good for bone and heart support. And I was starting to have the beginning of osteopenia, I would say 3 years ago, in my left femoral neck of my hip and my wrist. And 2 things that I did was I got rid of my desk chair and I stand at work and I lecture a lot and I'm in lab. And then when I'm in my office, I started standing. And I have a standing desk at home. So when you see me recording, I'm usually standing if I'm at my desk. I don't sit. So I want to make sure that I get weight bearing through my joints and keep them strong. And so that's Live Conscious, a combination of K2 and D3. And then finally, as always, in the spirit of transparency, I always say my husband Mark is reluctantly keto, although he's doing very well. But sometimes I need to make compromises with him, and and he's not perfect with it. And the one thing he cannot give up is his sweet cream in his coffee. Now, if he goes to Dunkin' Donuts, he'll just get heavy cream and coffee. But at home, he has to put in this sweetener, and it has cane sugar, but it does not have soybean oil. So he actually switched from Sweet Bliss or something. I made him get rid of that because it had the soybean oil in it. But if he's doing everything else right, I have to kind of live with it. But that's a big change from what he originally was doing. And the other thing I bought today, which because I have the ham, I know he's going to want to make a sandwich. And this is keto friendly. However, this does have, it has a huge list of ingredients, and it does have, let me make sure I'm right here. It does have soybean oil. It's kind of way down on the list, but right now carbs are more dangerous to him than an occasional soybean oil. So that's our carnivore and keto haul, and they're the supplements that I take. I hope this was helpful. I'll see you tomorrow.